Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 76 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 4-0 over the Detroit Red Wings. And oh boy, was that a game by the New York Rangers. I mean, wow. So I understand that it's Detroit, and they are a team that is not close to the playoff picture by any means. They have been eliminated. They are done. And yeah, on paper, the Rangers were supposed to win this game, certainly. You can look at that on paper with talent of the players and the standings, points and such. We were supposed to win this game. And while I maintain that the game against Florida that we played, I believe it was right before the All-Star break, was probably the best game we had against a good team, this was just the best game of the season for the New York Rangers, if you're looking at just how horrifically we outplayed them. This was much less a game and more so just 60 minutes where the Rangers kicked a team up and down the ice repeatedly, never really slowing down. I mean, this was... it bordered on bullying. And you can say, well, Weston, the Red Wings are not a good team. The Rangers are supposed to beat the Red Wings, and I would say you're not wrong. We are supposed to beat a team like the Red Wings. But there are a lot of teams that are supposed to beat the Red Wings, and sometimes don't. The Red Wings trounced Carolina 3-0 just a few nights ago, and a little over a week ago, they beat the brakes off of Boston 5-3. Like, those teams are in the playoffs and are supposed to absolutely just beat up on the Red Wings, and in fact, the opposite happened. So yeah, it's the Red Wings. They're still a National Hockey League team, and bad teams still beat good teams all the time. And that's the thing, I wouldn't just pat us on the back if we won, 3-2 or what have you, but we didn't. We absolutely kicked their teeth in. 4-0 doesn't do it justice. You can look at shots on goal, the fact that they were 37-20, and realize, oh, yeah, they beat them up. Expected goals against, I want to say Detroit had 1.04 expected goals today. And that's on 20 shots, which, 20 shots isn't nothing. It's lower, but it's not nothing. They just weren't high danger. I mean, even in the worst games this season, where where our opponent has just barely shot, there were still shots that scared me. And honestly, I don't think there was a shot today that really made me nervous. They were all just weak shots. They didn't have high danger shots today. And that was on part of the Rangers defense. A few really nice plays, kind of getting out of position, but then racing to catch up to your shooter. The Rangers did really, really well today playing catch up on some plays. And 37 shots for the offense. Let's start talking about that. First one, Rangers on a power play, was a 5-on-3 power play. They had to score here, and boy, was it a beauty. Artemi Panarin feeds Mika Zibanejad for a ripper of a slap shot to score to make it 1-0. That was a ridiculous play. Mika's slapper, if it's coming back, because it was good for a while this season and then kind of disappeared for just a hot minute. But boy, if that's the kind of slap shot Mika's carrying into the postseason, oh boy, that's going to be fun. Also, Panarin just casually getting to 90 points on the season with that assist. No big deal. Later on, early in the second period, the Rangers would score again. There's a nice hit. I believe Fox laid it in the neutral zone, picks up the puck, gives it to Mika Zibanejad. He carries into the offensive zone just past the blue line. Pass over to set up Frank Vatrano, and he scores a ripper of a shot. What a beaut by Frank Vanatra. And boy, in real time, I knew that I didn't like it. And watching the goal back a few times, I really hate that Dylan Larkin hit on Frank Vatrano. That is unexcusable, and I gotta be honest, I think that should have been an ejection. If I'm leveling with everyone, that is he had taken the shot, goal was in the back of the net, had already bounced out, and then he lays the hit. That is way too late of a hit to lay. The play is already over from the point of Frank Vatrano, over in general because it's already a goal, and you're hitting him from behind when he is 100% defenseless and not expecting that hit. That was horrible, and I don't know how there wasn't a penalty on that. It was a awful, awful, dirty play by Dylan Larkin, and granted, another Ranger would get some pretty nice revenge later on Dylan Larkin from embarrassment standpoint, but did not like that hit at all, but I liked the goal. Frank Vatrano, the deadline acquisitions, man, they just continue to roll, and it's 2-0 Rangers. I forgot to mention this earlier in the video, but Kaapo Kakko would just have a horrible hit along the boards. He would come out of the game. He wouldn't play after the first period, and it looked nasty. I don't know yet if they've said what the injury was, if they have any idea. If they do, I'll edit that in at the end of this little edit or this little jump cut, but that was rough. I hate saying positive out of it. Lafreniere got moved up to the third line with Barclay Goodrow and Philip Hedl, where he's been playing for the last little bit, and boy, did he click when he moved back up a line. This play, I think Hedl starts it all. Hedl, with a really nice play in the neutral zone to bat down a puck and get it on his stick, he passes to Alexis Lafreniere. They say Barclay Goodrow has the primary assist on this play, and I don't know where. I think they might mean that like he tipped it to Laffy, but that was such a nothing play if it was him. I don't know. I like Barclay Goodrow a lot, but man, this seemed like it was set up by Philip Hedl to Alexis Lafreniere. Laffy heads in with Barclay Goodrow on a 2-on-1. Laffy, no looker. He is staring at Barclay Goodrow and then rips one on net to score to make it 3-0 Rangers. And you go, wow, that was a really, really nice goal by Alexis Lafreniere. And he goes, I am nowhere near done today. Because about 10 minutes later, Alexis Lafreniere with the goal of his career, and damn it if I don't say that's the goal of the season for the New York Rangers. Oh my goodness gracious, what a play this was. Lafreniere gets it, he heads into the neutral zone, and he gets to work. It is Dylan Larkin back defending him. He walks him like a dog, a pass through the legs, and the nastiest backhander you'll see. The goaltender could do nothing but watch in horror as Alexis Lafreniere made the defense and everyone on this play look silly. Oh man, what a goal. And Alexis Lafreniere said, I have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. I am finally here. This was the game of his life, coming one game after he was rested against Philadelphia. And I remember when all the fans of the New York Rangers complained and whined about that, of saying, that is not how you develop a prospect. And I'm like, that's a different conversation to have. We're giving a young player who is 19, 20 in Alexis Lafreniere, who has not played a full season in the NHL level yet, time to rest. He's been a rock in the lineup since the start of the year. I want to say he's missed 2 games. That was his 3rd missing on Thursday. Like, yeah, give him a break, or Wednesday. Give him a break. He comes back after a rest night and has the game of his career. No exaggeration. His first multi-goal game. Looks incredible on the second line. Flying around. Incredible third period. He was flying the entire game. I want to say he had 4 or 5 shots. Let me find that real quick. 4 shots, 2 goals, a takeaway in 13 minutes, and that third line looked incredible. You hope Kaapo Kakko isn't out very long. You're hoping it's just a game thing. It looked worse than that. But after this, Kakko had a really, really nice game the other evening. But then you see this and you go, third line's got to be that. Third line's got to be Laffy, Goodrow, and Hedl. They were clicking for a while before Kakko came back, and they clicked today when he was out. I like Kaapo Kakko a lot, but man, that's got to be the third line from here on out, right? Just what a game by the Rangers. What a game. And you might say, Weston, it's the Red Wings. I don't care. Saying it's just the Red Wings would explain why we win, not how we absolutely mopped them. This was over from the moment it started. I want to say shots after the first period were, 17-3 after the first. This was just an absolute clinic by the Rangers. What a game. Man. That's all I got. This was a great game. A great way to inspire confidence coming towards the end of the season. Get another 2 points. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it. Igor Shesterkin, 20 for 20 on a shutout. I gotta be honest, this was kind of just a stat patter game for Igor Shesterkin, but man, he bailed us out so many times. He deserved one. I'm good for him for getting kind of an easy day. And I have to imagine he'll start against Winnipeg since his workload was so light today. That's Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. It's still in MSG, and I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. So, that is all I have to say for the evening. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.